for Coach here in the room. If you're in the room, please state your name and affiliation before you ask your question. After we're done in the room, we will go to Zoom for questions. Go ahead, Jim.
Jim McGill with
Yep.
Insider. Coach, you mentioned several times the failure to close out those tight games at the end, and this is obviously a big statement coming into SEC territory and being able to protect that lead and hold on. What did that mean to the team?
Well, it creates confidence and validates the work you put in. All the things you do in the off season and fall camp gives you validation, and it's great to be able to watch the video and learn some lessons, because there'll be lessons to be learned, but come out with a victory against a really talented team in a hostile environment. It's a big win.
Justin Ferguson, Associated Press. Auburn scores on the first drive, and you guys kind of hold them in check for most of the way. Anything you guys did differently from that opening drive? Or you guys just kind of stick to your guns and play it out?
No. I mean, I think it was settling in. On the first drive, we had a couple losses in man, and we were a little aggressive in hitting our run fits fast on some of the RPO stuff. I mean, it wasn't anything that they made some good plays. You got to give them credit. They made good plays, and we didn't make enough. And then I thought we settled down and played real competitive, really all the way through. Had the one drive there in the fourth where we had, I think it was 3 15-yard penalties. You know, the 2 PIs and then the targeting, which it's really hard to stop them when you do that. But the guys kept competing and did it all day, and the 5 takeaways were the difference.
Justin, you've seen your fair share of defensive slugfests, and you've seen teams grit and grind like no other.
Yeah.
How do you even begin to describe the defense grinding through each and every ask?
Yeah, I mean, just taking the field and against a really talented team, good football team, and stepping up to the challenge each and every time. And those guys are competitive guys, and really proud of them. The defensive coaching staff deserves a ton of credit. I mean, obviously the players, Teddy and Noel, and we can go down the list of guys that impacted the game, but those guys put a awesome plan together, and those kids were prepared to play. So Peter Sermon and Browning and Trey and TB and Vic, those guys deserve a ton of credit.
Not a lot of people in the nation knew about Teddy Buchanan entering this year. What do you think they know now?
Well, he's a really good football player. Yeah, we knew because we had played against him prior, and Teddy's a talented guy. He's physical, but it's his approach that's as impressive as anything. When you're around the building with him, the way he approaches meetings and walkthroughs and practice, he's just a total professional. And there's not much that he's not prepared for. And it doesn't mean he's going to be perfect, but he's going to be in the right places, and he's going to play really hard. And if somebody gets a play on him, they're going to have to earn it. And so I think you told me had 11 tackles and tackle for loss and sacked the quarterback. I mean, he was noticeable today.
You guys had, as an offense, a lot of turnovers last season, but through 2 games, 0 turnovers, and plus, I think +8 in takeaways now. Just how much of a huge difference is that for you in the program?
I mean, huge. And we talked about coming into today, wanting to be +2 to +3. And, offensively, there was some tough sledding against a really, talented front. And, there was times when we were kind of playing that field position game, and maybe we'll get to them, but if we don't, the punter was big today, really big. And, protecting the football and not giving it to them, I mean, that's, the only sacred thing in the program. There's no sacred coach or player, but the one sacred thing is the football. And they took care of it today.
Coach, it looked like the team was really kind of relishing in the fan support at the end of the game, the post-game celebration. I think I heard it was over 5,000 Cal fans here that traveled to Alabama. Can you talk about what that means to the program and to the staff and the players to be able to celebrate?
I mean, that's the loudest group of 5,000 people I've heard. If that was the number, it seemed like a lot more than that. And obviously, an incredible venue. This environment we knew coming in to be a great environment and loud. And I mean, that's why you play college football, is to be in these environments, and then to be able to run off the field and see all those smiling faces right there in the corner wearing blue and gold. That was special. So we appreciate them. Thank you all who came out and who couldn't come, that watched on TV, and we appreciate all you old Blues and young Blues.
Justin, this time last year, Fernando Mendoza and J.D. Thomas were on the sidelines. No one really knew about them other than you guys.
Yeah.
What type of growth have they shown you both as players and as people
Yeah, and that's just kind of the part of that process is sometimes guys you just need an opportunity, and both those guys will expect to continue to grow and get better. But I think the number one thing that shows up in environments like this, when maybe practice it's not as clear, is when they get in these competitive environments, when the lights are on and there's 80,000 out there and it's loud. And, you know, some guys, it's just like that gives them energy, and they love that. And I think those two guys are like that. You know, I think Isaiah is like that because, you know, a month ago, we probably talked about this last week. I don't know if any of us would have thought Isaiah through 2 games would have done what he's done. So I think that's just a part of maturation and guys getting an opportunity and being prepared when they get the opportunity.
Are there any other questions in the room?
Quick question, Coach. Doug Ferris, football, organically. I lost my voice from cheering. You know, Noah Williams got an interception, and he basically turned into an offensive player. I was thinking to myself, oh my gosh, you know, what is Coach thinking about putting him on offense?
Yeah, I think Noel's playing pretty good defense right now. We'll keep him there for right now. We also had him back there on the long field goal. You may have seen that right at the end of the half, and that's another opportunity for Noel to get it. Kick return, he gets opportunity there. But I think for right now, he's getting enough run playing on defense. We'll keep him there. He's doing a really good job. He's playing really well.
And then my second question, Coach, is like with 44 left in the half, I think it was like on the 4th and 2, and you, it was like 41-yard line. It looked like you wanted to be aggressive like you normally do and go for it, and then you call a timeout. What transpired there?
That was the one where we ended up punting it.
And then you punted.
Yeah, we were getting the ball in the second half. It's kind of, you know, just listen, there's analytics, and we have all that stuff, and there's the book says this, the book says that, but at the end of the day, you got to do what you think is right for the team. And we were going to get the ball to start the second half. I thought the defense had settled in, and, you know, maybe we could pin them and potentially get the ball back. And if not, stop them. Let's go to halftime and come out and get the ball in the second half. Didn't want to do something greedy and give them the ball in the go zone where they're in 4-down territory immediately right before the half. So, yeah, right, wrong, and different. The book says, I think the book there said to go, but, you know, I don't know. Like, at some point, the human being's got to consider all the context, or if not, the book's just going to be coaching the team.
And I think that punt was landed at the, 1 yard?
Yeah, I think he had 2 inside the 2-yard line.
Awesome.
Yeah.
50-yard punt. I mean,
We got a lot of faith in him.
yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to go to Zoom now, and the first question will come from Matt Moreno from Rivals. Go ahead, Matt.
Coach, you've talked a lot about these one-score games in the past, you know, the wrong end of some of them. How important is it for you guys to win this one in a one-score game, and what does it mean to what you guys are trying to build?
Well, I think, like I said before, it builds confidence, because there's really no way to build confidence without demonstrated performance. I mean, I think you can prepare the best you can, but to truly be a confident player, you got to go out and demonstrate it. And I thought the guys did that. It validates the work they put in the meetings and the walkthroughs, all the things we're asking them to do. And now the key is that we continue to get better. I mean, this can't be the best we play all year. You know, like we got to continue to grind and get better. And I'm excited to get back and watch the tape. And, you know, we'll celebrate, but we got a game next week. And we'll give them the 24 hours to enjoy the win. But we got a lot of football left to play.
Next question will come from Jeff Ferrato from Cal Bears on SI.
Justin, can you tell us how Fernando is doing? Like he looks like he tweaked his knee and came out for a little bit, then he went back at the end. Also, I'm wondering how Jaden was today. Was it just them stacking their defense to stop your run, or was he just not his full self right now?
Well, probably a combination of all those things. You know, he was gutting it out, trying to go. He was dinged up a bit, Jaden was, and I appreciate him making that effort. And it was also tough sledding against that front. They're really talented in that group and made it hard on us. And Fernando, you know, after the game, he was bouncing around like he usually does, and he had kind of a similar type thing happen in the bowl game, and you know, kind of everybody holds their breath, and then he bounces up off the ground. So we'll hopefully get some great news, but he seemed fine post game.
You talked about the first half. He played 19 for 21, and they obviously started bringing a lot more pressure. But in the first half, he was nearly perfect. I think one of the 2 incompletions.
The throwaway. Yeah, it was. Yeah, I mean, that's really good. 19 to 21. I mean, when you complete the ball to our team, like the chains are going to move, and we kept the ball. It didn't mean we score every time, but man, he had the 2 touchdowns in Isaiah. We moved the chains. We were on the field a lot more. I think at the end of the game today, we were, you know, in terms of the play count, we had, 13 more than they did, and I think the time of possession was almost 10 minutes. That's a big deal in a game like this. So, yeah, what a heck of a half. I mean, he really did, and he played. He was really calm, and I thought he was going through his progressions well. He was really good on the sideline, just communicating, so thought he did a heck of a job.
Is the quarterback competition kind of over?
Well, he obviously did a great job today. You know, I think what we're doing right now is enjoying this win. I also think Chandler came in and gave us a really valuable couple reps there. Wish we could have got him one more shot on that around play, but he had a huge first down for us. So I really like the quarterback room, but I think obviously Fernando, especially in the first half, did a heck of a job. And then we'll be able to look at the tape as an offense, quarterbacks, running backs, O-line, receivers, and see what we can do better in the second half.
And we'll go to Jake Curtis from Cal Bears on SI. We can't hear you, Jake. All right, we'll go to Joaquin Ruiz from the Daily Cal. Go ahead, Joaquin.
Hey, Coach, you guys had 11 penalties for 77 yards. You know, you're playing in a hostile SEC environment, 88,000. How do you guys, you know, what do you say to your team to overcome that and ultimately pull out the win?
Well, we got to be better pre-snap, number one. I mean, we have to be better pre-snap. There penalties happen in a game, you know, especially when you're playing a really talented roster with hand placement and guys pulling away from you. Like, penalties come up. We want to try to eliminate them as much as we can, but we got to get rid of the pre-snap stuff. And we practiced a lot with silent count and some clap, and we did not do a good enough job on offense managing the pre-snap stuff. So that'll be one area we can definitely make big strides. On defense, you know, the PIs, those were tough, and then the targeting call, you know, all three of them on one drive, that was difficult. So obviously we have to continue to coach the players and use great technique so we can play aggressive without getting penalties.
And then one more. You know, you talk about penalties and those being frustrating, but on the other end, you have countless timely plays today. Can you talk about how big those are in a road environment?
Yeah, it's just going to take a while because there were so many big plays. Like, there's going to be ones that are obvious. The interceptions are obvious. And then there's going to be plays in a drive on offense that might not jump out to you, but if we don't make that play, we don't have a chance to end up scoring, you know. So the punter is another one, like the punt team and downing the ball. Like, there's just so many of them. If you want to talk about a couple, I'm more than happy to, but it's going to be hard for me to go through them all.
All right, we'll wrap this up with the last question in the room here from Thomas.
Justin, I know you said earlier in the week you were hopeful that Keon and Tobias were going to be able to suit up. How close are they to suiting up?
Yeah, week to week right now. It's unfortunate. We've had a number of injuries on the offense. You know, the two wideouts, two O-linemen, Jaden. So I'm really proud of the way the guys have stepped up, especially in a tough environment like this. And we're going to need those guys to get back as soon as possible. You know, you want to get your team as healthy as possible, and they're starters for a reason. But again, it gives guys an opportunity. You know, I don't know if Isaiah Hunter, if we know exactly where he would be without, you know, those opportunities got. So I guess that's the bittersweet part of it. But we need to get those guys back, and that way we can continue to be more and more productive on offense. But I thought today, I mean, all in all, just a team victory. You know, offense did what they had to do, special teams, and then the defense, obviously, with the takeaways. I mean, that was the difference. So.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, thank you.